My name is Rohan Chowdhury. I'm from Newquay, Cornwall, and I'm a modern day vegan activist. I was a vegetarian for 25 years, brought up as a vegetarian. Never really saw dairy or egg products as a bad thing. Always thought they were victimless products. Um, it was a health experiment that initially made me go vegan. So again, it wasn't to do with animals. It was a health experiment. And then I watched a speech whilst doing that experiment by a man called Gary Rofsky, and he was the one who highlighted to me that the dairy and the egg industries are really innately cruel industries. And yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, I can't be part of this anymore. So yeah, it would have been 25 when I first got alerted to it. I work as an electrician. I actually try and take every winter off, as being on a construction site through the winter is miserable. I was working a lot of hours when I was working through the summer, and I was working a lot of weekends as well, so it was hard to find the time to go and do any kind of physical activism. I did a lot online on social media. On Facebook, I'd post absolutely every day. I'd try and make YouTube videos, and on Instagram, I'd do a lot of posting, and that is definitely very productive, but it's not as good as being out and actually talking to people one-on-one and, you know, having physical interaction with people. I realised it's not mainstream media that's gonna spread this message. It's social media, and it's people taking it upon themselves. So I realised I have to start doing that. So I instantly made an Instagram account. I started posting a lot on my Facebook. I lost a lot of friends by doing that, but it's amazing the response I get now from people who I haven't spoken to for years, who will just message me saying, look, I've seen this kind of stuff you've been posting, and I'm really into what you're saying. Can you help me taking steps towards veganism, whether that's good documentaries to watch, or whether that's places to get recipes, or just advice on what kind of foods to be eating, or where to be getting this stuff. So yeah, it's really paid off, really paid off. Social media is everything. Social media is very, very powerful. Social media is what made me go vegan, and I'd say it's what people in the last few years have gone vegan. I would have said that 9 out of 10 people would have gone vegan because of stuff they've seen on social media. So yeah, I would encourage anyone, if they've got a message about anything they want to spread, get it on social media. Facebook being a great one, but just kind of maybe do it in a subtle way at first, because I went in very heavy at first and definitely lost a lot of friends, but they will come back eventually. Also do a thing called outreach, which is basically, there's a group down in Cornwall called Cornwall Animal Rights Activism. We meet every couple of weeks in Truro. We set up a table with vegan food samples and vegan drink samples, and we've got loads of leaflets and information, and we're all vegan, so you know, we're all a wealth of information as well. And people just come up, they see free food, and we just start chatting to them, and we just get so much interest that way. And yeah, I'd say that's probably the most productive and positive form of activism I do, is the outreach. That's the one I enjoy the most as well. It's really good having a one-on-one chat with someone and seeing that you're planting seeds in their head and seeing cogs turning their heads. And so many people will do it one week, and then a couple of weeks later when we do it again, we'll get people coming back and saying, look, that chat we had 2 weeks ago was amazing. I've really changed my ways. I've gone fully vegan. We get that a lot. So yeah, it's making a big difference. We also do the Cornwall Animal Rights Activism group. We also do what's known as slaughterhouse vigils, or animal save vigils, which is where we go to a slaughterhouse which is in Bodmin, and we stand outside the gates and we do what we call bearing witness to the animals as they go in. So we'll stop the trucks or the farmers with their trailers, and we will film the animals, and we will put this on social media to show what is going on. And that is it's a very heavy thing to do. So that is as negative as it gets, really. I mean, it works to spur me on as well, to say, look, this is what's going on every single day. These animals all over the country have been taken to slaughter for no reason, so it spurs me on. I do my own activism where I make up a sign specifically about the dairy industry, and I've been doing this in Newquay, Falmouth and Truro, and again I have really, really good reactions with that. The sign says something about the dairy industry being the most cruel industry in the UK, and to drink plant milk instead. And the amount of people I get to talk to when doing that, I was surprised. I was a bit it was nerve-wracking when I first went to do it by myself. I'd say the approach I take is just getting people to understand that it's all about supply and demand, and this cruelty and all the destruction that happens to the planet from these products only happens if we create a demand for it. So if we stop the demand, they stop the supply. It's all about where the money goes. Every pound you spend is a vote for what you believe in. That's kind of the angle I take on it. It's like anything. As more people do it, more people take interest, especially when you see celebrities doing it. A recent one was Lewis Hamilton, took a lot of interest, and I know that will definitely spark, like, put an idea in a lot of people's heads that there might be something in veganism. So yeah, it's definitely changing. Whether that's to do with just the actual growing number of vegans, more people taking interest, or whether it's to do with celebrities doing it or whatever. But it's changing for sure. I would say people I know would be more open-minded to it now than they would have been 2.5 years ago when I went vegan. Yeah, the younger generations are definitely more open-minded. And definitely more receptive to it. But I was very pleasantly surprised by how the older generations took it and weren't just so ignorant about it, and actually would hear you out and listen to all the positives of it. So yeah, definitely the younger generations are more receptive. But like I said, very surprised by how well the older generations took it. The vegan movement is the fastest growing movement, I would say, in any social justice movement ever. I get people weekly, like 2-3 times a week, messaging me saying like they're definitely thinking about it, or they are going to do it, wanting information. You see new vegan products coming out all the time, new vegan restaurants, cafes, like opening up all the time, and that's a massive sign to what's going on. When you see the money shifting to different things, that shows you that change is happening, and it is happening. Yeah. I just want people to realise that we can all make a difference in our own lives, and it's a big difference. Just removing yourself from supporting animal agriculture is a massive thing, but the knock-on effect you have, I mean, I would have helped so many of my friends go vegan, and that knock-on effect, they then do that with their friends, and it just carries on and on and on, like a big snowball effect, and it's a very positive thing at the end of the day. Like, the amount of harm we're doing by having them literally just for our convenience or our taste pleasure, that's all it ever comes down to, is convenience or taste, and we don't need to be doing it. And I could never ever go back to that, and I just want to alert people to the fact that we don't need to be doing this, and we shouldn't be doing it. It's so easy not to do it. You can live completely happily and healthily without having to take the freedom or the life of any animals, so why would you not choose to do that?